Hello everyone, welcome back after a short vacation. In this video, we will move on to our Charlie screen and chat screen. We will configure our REST API with these two screens with Flutter Block and Freeze. So no more waiting, let's deal by it. First, let's work on our chat repository. In here we have three endpoints here: create chat, get single chat, and get many chat. Get chat is the future, return back the list of chat. And then we have create chat is the future that return back a chat entity. And we have another one called get single chat. Get single chat take the chat ID and create chat. We get a create chat request. So let's create a request here. Install in create chat request here. We need three things: user ID, name, and is private. These two is nullable. Is private here we can assign the default value. We can assign it to 1. It means it's true for Laravel. Right, let's go back to our best chat repository here. Then we need this one, we need to export here. Let's create another file called chat repository. Here we override three methods here. First we need dio. Now we get our dio client and implement our create chat here. From here I will fast forward the video since this kind of repository we did many times already. Let's work on our chat block. Create a block here called chat. So in our chat state here, in here we have list of chat entity, chat. In our chat screen we only need to display the list of chat. So we have chat, and when we click on each chat will redirect and we go to the chat screen. So let's say that we have another one called ChatMessage. Let's make it nullable. We call it selected chat. Alright, our initial here, so let's return back our chat screen, chat stat. Then we have empty when we first initialize, and selected chat is null. Our event here we have started. Let's get another event called reset when we log out. Let's go to our block. In our chat block here we need a chat repository. First we set our loading. So in here chat stat here, let's create another stat here called status. Status is data status. Data status here is an enum, so let's create another folder here called enums. In our data status here we have this stat, and we create a getter in here too, to easier to compare the condition with this enum. This one, when we initialize, let's set the status is initial. The status dot initial. And then we need another one more is the message. We can display the message here. Require string message. Okay, let's go back to our block here. When we start the page, we need to show the loading. So first status dot is loading. We return. When it's not, we set the stat with the status is loading. Then we request a chat from the server. Wait, this one should be exit function. Read our chat repository dot get chat. And then we set the stat dot copy with status. After that we set the status to load it. And then our chat is result dot the result is success. Then we set we get the data here. The data is ChatMessage. Okay, and then we have another one called on chat reset. Let's go back to our chat screen. Oh, first we need to register our chat block. Now let's go to our chat list here. Let's get current user from our out block. Then let's show current user name in app title. I create a reusable widget container to handle function when the widget is mounted and unmounted. I call it startup container. After that, I use it in our chat list screen to get chat when the widget is initialized or mounted. In here, I call the chat started to get all chat. After that, let's working on our body widget. I use leave view with separator to show border between each chat item. Since we don't have a real chat item yet, let's get a dummy data for now with the fake item count. Let's wrap this widget with our block consumer with the chat block and replace the item count with our chat length. In case if the chat is empty, let's display the blank content. Let's create a floating action button to open a search user screen when it is being pressed. In delegate here, I use search page widget packet to display a list of users. Search page widget packet usage is very easy. Just give a type of a single item. In our case is user entity. An item is a list of user entity. We can provide one or more fields to filter our item. We don't have a user repository and block yet, so let's create one real quick. After register our user repository and user block, let's go back to our chat list screen. In here, first let's get our users when our screen is initialized. After that, let's extract this source search function. Then we get user entities from user block by using block selectors. Let's check our debug console. In here we still haven't used the real token yet, so let's fix it real quick. Let's go to our app interceptors. In on request method here, we check if the auth block token state is not null. We attach that token in a authorization header. Let's test it real quick. Okay, now our token is working properly. Let's log our user here. Okay, now we got 3 user entities, so now it seems working. Let's test our search a little bit. Alright, what we do next is when we click on each user, it will push to chat screen and start the chat. So we need to set a selected user before pushing to chat screen, and we will handle the chat message in the chat screen. We don't have a user selected event yet, so let's create one real quick. In chat state, we need to add another property called other user ID to easier to determine that we access this chat screen where the search or where the chat list. We don't have a chat screen yet, so let's create one. For chat, I use the chat 2 widget. It is my favorite one since my React Native day. Current user here is the current user. It is helpful to determine that either current chat message is yours or other users. On send here will be fired when the send button is pressed, and message here is the list of the message. We don't have any real data yet, so let's use a dummy data first. The chat has its own chat message and user model, so we need to convert our model to those model. But right now, just use a dummy data first. We have a onload earlier method here to load more message when we scroll to top. Let's register this chat screen in our main file real quick. After that, let's go back to our chat list screen and push to our chat screen. Alright, our chat screen looks pretty good. Next, let's work on our app bar title here. It should display other username for private chat. Let's wrap this text with block consumer. We use chat block here. We don't have a chat yet since we haven't created any chat. So let's create a chat when we access the chat screen from search user screen. Let's wrap this scaffold with the startup container widget, and we will create a chat on init method. Let's go to our chat block stat. We have another properties here. Chat message is a list of chat message entity. In our chat message here, we have a lot more functionality. So we have other two properties here. Is last page to know that the chat message can't load more anymore, and the current page to keep track of the current page or chat message item. When initialized, chat message should be empty. Is last page should be false and page is 1. Let's move on to our chat event. We have 3 more events here. First, get chat message when the chat screen is first visited. Load more chat message when the user scroll to top. And send message when user write a message and press send. For send message here, we need chat ID and chat message as parameters. We don't have a chat message repository yet, so let's create one real quick. For chat message, we have two endpoints: get chat message and create chat message. Get chat message require chat ID and page, and create chat message require chat ID and message. Let's go back to our chat block and implement those three events. In case this chat message event is fired after user visits the user screen, we need to create a chat first, since we don't have a selected chat yet, and then we get the chat message. Let's go to chat state first, and let's create two getters to check if the chat screen is pushed from search user screen or chat list screen. Again, make sure to create to initialize a class like so to create getters when using freeze. Create a getter is search chat. Remember, we set the user ID before we push to chat screen from search user screen. Let's create another one getter called is list chat. It is just a opposite of each search chat. In here we check if the state is search chat. We create a chat before get the chat message. In here we need chat message repository. Let's inject it real quick. This event is only fire 1, so the page should be 1. And then we just need to set the chat message response to our state. Alright, let's use this event here inside our chat script. After that, let's wrap our dash chat here with our chat block and try to lock our chat message. We forgot to fetch the chat block in the main file since we require chat message repository. Let's fix it real quick. Alright, now we got a empty chat message. Our state chat message types here is ChatMessageEntity, but that chat require chat message type, so we need to convert our chat message entity to chat message. Let's go to our chat block state again and create a getter called UI chat message. This getter we will convert our list of chat message entities to list of chat message of that chat. Let's create a getter inside ChatMessageEntity class to pass it to ChatMessage. In ChatMessage class here, require chat user. So let's create a getter inside user entity to pass it to chat user. And here we can call user.toChatUser. For created ad, Laravel store timestamp as UTC, so we need to paste UTC datetime to our local datetime, like so. Let's move this datetime formatting to util. Alright, then in our chat stat, let's convert the chat message entity to chat message like so. Now we got our UI chat message. Let's use it inside our chat screen. So let's replace this message with our stat.ui chat message. Next, let's work on send callback here. Let's call a send message event from chat block here. In here, just call load more chat message event. Alright, let's work on our send message event in our chat block. In here, we just need to send the request to our create chat message endpoint, and then if it is success, we prepare the response message to our current list of message. Next, let's work on load more chat message event. In here, we only send the request in case its last page is false and the status is loading. Before we send the request, we add one to current page to request the next page or chat message. If it is success, We append the response chat message to our current list message. If we get back the empty response, it means that it is the last page. So we need to set last page to true. If it error, just set the message and the status to error. Now let's go back to chat screen and fix the chat name here. Let's create a method called getChatName. Remember that a chat entity contains participants, and each participant has a user information there. So let's get a participant except current auth user, and then we can get the username from that participant. Let's use this method in here. Second parameter is current user, so let's get it from our auth block. Here should be used inside text widget, sorry. Let's display the title is not available in case the chat is null. Alright, let's test it out. In the back console, somehow we can see our response log. We only see the request log, so let's fix it a little bit. In DO client, we need to move our app interceptor below the pretty logger. It is because we filter our response. That's why it caused the problem. And get chat name here. The participant should be is not empty here. Alright, seems working fine to me. Let's test send message next. We got a problem here too. We need to change this current user to our auth user. Okay, now it seems working fine. Now we got another problem here. The chat title doesn't change when we select other user. But before fixing that, let's create a chat list item widget to display a chat list item first. In this widget, we display a chat name and last message with timestamp. Let's go back to chat screen and use it inside our item builder. Let's use a get chat name method we wrote in the chat screen and pass this DateTime to readable DateTime by converting it from UTC to local DateTime. In here, I move this get chat name method to util to make it usable. And then in formatting, I create a method to pass this DateTime to readable local DateTime. After that, let's create a pull to refresh real quick. Let's go to chat screen to fix the problem that the app bar title doesn't change. We just need to reset the chat state when the screen is unbounded. Let's update the chat message event editor to reset state more flexible. In here, by default, I only reset other state except chat items. I will reset all state when I log out. In here, I refresh the chat items when unmounted to move the recent chat to the top. Okay, let's test it out a little bit. Next, let's work on chat list screen. When we press on it, it will pull to the chat screen. First, we need to set the selected chat before we pull to the chat screen. We don't have this event yet, so let's create one real quick. Alright, now let's test it a little bit. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That's all for this video. In the next video is a juicy part. We will work on Laravel Echo with pusher client configuration in Flutter. We will make this fake time chat application to real-time chat application. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for upcoming video. Thank you.